Oh, what a blessed day. Nice having you all to this program, Vivid View. I am Ehiliz, your host. Vivid View, say and do it. Your National Identification Number, NIN, is used to tie together all records concerning you, which makes it relatively easy to verify and confirm your identity when engaged in travels and transactions. Therefore, the importance of NIN registration is the topic for today's discussion. Well, it is time for a break, and when we come back, the guests will be introduced. Please don't go anywhere. Vivid View, say and do it. Welcome back. The topic for today's discussion is already mentioned as the importance of NIN registration. And with me in the studio is a public servant. Let's make welcome Waheed Ishola.
Vivid View,
say and do it. Before discussion proper, please follow us on social media handles are displayed on the screen. You're welcome again, Mr. Ishola. Please, may we have your general overview on this topic, please?
National Identification Number is a very, very important number that every Nigerian from age 0 and all legal residents in Nigeria must have. If you look at it, in Sena Climb, we have social security number, so it is just like that. And this is what identifies you as a Nigerian. Without it, your identity is lost. So it is very, very important. And that now has been tied to all other government documents that you must have. The passport, the international passport, the driver's license, even the banks now, you must have your link. And of course, what all of us in Nigeria cannot do without, our telephone lines.
Thank you so much. Like you said, it's very, very important, for everybody to have this need. Why is it now people find it very difficult to register?
Well,
so this has been on for some time now.
Yes, let me speak from the perspective of my agency.
Okay.
I am the Director, National Orientation Agency for Lagos State.
That's good.
I'll just attempt to answer some of these questions for NIMC. National Identification Number or registration has started for a very, very long time. National Orientation Agency supported NIMC to publicize, sensitize Nigerians to ensure that they come out to register. But Nigerians syndrome. We will always leave things for the last moment. Before NIN was linked with our SIM, people felt, oh, I'm not traveling. I don't have a car.
I don't need it.
I don't need it. But once it was tied to the SIM, and you know that everybody, since the advent of mobile network, everybody, the market men and women, vulcanizers on the street, in fact, everybody in Nigeria has a mobile SIM. Now that the government says, okay, you don't want to register when we give you the opportunity.
Now it is going to your SIM.
To your SIM. Everybody now rushed out. And you see, there are a lot of things going on in this country. Things that are untoward, like kidnapping, armed robbery, and all of these things. With the NIN registration and tying it up with our SIMs, anybody that uses a telephone to call can easily be identified.
But is that really workable? Because we still have cases where they call with phone, and until now they are still looking for the person.
When government came up with linking up of NIN with the SIM and giving deadlines, Nigerians shouted. this government is doing this government is doing that. Government saw that people came out en masse. And that was the period when we had COVID-19, still really ravaging the nation. So there was this talk that with COVID-19 in town and having multitude of people, at various registration centers, the government, being a listening government, had to now give extension.
Slow down,
extension, which I think has been extended again, to allow more people to register. And government, also listening to the yearnings of the people, also allowed now the telecommunication service providers to even register people, their customers for NIN. So Nigerians do not have any excuse not to register, because very soon it will be very difficult for you to do anything in Nigeria if you don't have your national identification number.
People here now, if you know you have not done yours, please go and register.
Registration is free, absolutely free.
Yes, that I know.
There was a period that officials of NIMC hardly registered 10 people in a day, because people refuse to go out to register. Government will not bring out any policy that does not have relevance to its people.
Okay, but don't you think that one of the reasons why people are also finding it difficult to register is because they felt that the information in NIN is also contained in BVN, in international passport, in driver's license, and all, even voter's card, the same information. So
now, what is going to happen very soon in Nigeria is that NIMC is going to be the backbone where all data of Nigerians will be stored. It's going to be a one-stop shop. That once you have registered for your NIMC, and for your NIN, you don't need to do any biometric capturing anywhere again. That is what we are working towards. So that once you go to your banks, you want to register, all you need to do is present them with your NIN, and it will be inputted in the computer. The server will just bring everything about you straight down. That is what Nigeria is moving up to. Of course, you know that when you want to go do visa, you do biometric capture.
Exactly.
Now, once this is
driver license, biometric capture.
Once this is gotten the way it should be done, all embassies will just need your NIN. They just input it. Every detail will come out. You don't need to waste time, at the embassies again.
Good. They say knowledge is power. Now that we have this knowledge now, I think it's wise everyone goes to register. Very, very important. We'll take a break now. We'll come back and continue. Vivid View.
Say and do it.
Welcome back. Still discussing the importance of NIN registration. That takes me to another question. It's can NIN registration quell the insecurity challenge in Nigeria?
Of course, that is where we are going to.
Okay.
Obviously, the insecurity in Nigeria, especially banditry, kidnapping, that we see the upsurge right now, there's none that happens without any of them using telecommunication.
That is it.
Now that a whole lot of us are still, using our telecommunication gadgets, that the SIMs are not registered, we cannot say that, yes, those that are copied can be pinpointed wherever they are. Once you have registered and you have linked your SIM with your NIN, avoid borrowing anybody your phone to make a phone call. Because if that person commits a crime,
it
is traceable to you. You'll be held liable. So that is the way banditry and all of this insecurity will be nipped in the bud. Because, when somebody is kidnapped, phone calls, will be made to the families or people that are going to pay ransom. Once that is used, it will be very easy for technology to be used to trace, the origin of the call and the details of the holder of the SIM. So eventually, all of these people, will be caught. So it is very, very important and germane to curbing the spate of insecurity in our nation today. So I'm going to plead with all of us to support government by ensuring that we go all out to get registered for our national identification number and become a proud Nigerian.
So all we need is to make sure we register our own, those of you here, audience, especially among the youths, and ask your siblings too, if they have registered theirs. Your mother that's a trader who will ask, Mama, have you done your registration? If she doesn't know what to do, assist her to do so. If you don't want any of your loved ones to be cut off by time they take. But the government has extended the time now. For how long do you think this will be actualized?
Well, I cannot really lay my hands on the last extension date. But I think the extension was a fallout of the yearnings of Nigerians that they have not been able to really get registered. But I am of the school that government should go all out to say, okay, this is the last time we are going to cut off every other person that has not registered. You will see that Nigerians will make sure that they register. Because you see, the belief out there is that, oh, don't mind them. They will still extend. They will still extend. They will still extend. There will come a time when that extension will be put on hold.
Okay, do you also believe that we have enough registration center? Because sometimes like I said, they queue up in a very long, for a long time in some places.
Like I said before, licenses have been given to private sector participants to participate in the registration exercise. So people are free to go to any of those registration centers. And of course, like I said before, also, the service providers have also been granted license to do NIN registration. And you agree with me that the service provider are bound all over the states. So there's no reason.
So no excuse anymore.
No excuse anymore for people not to get registered.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll take a break now. Come back. We'll enter session for question and answer. Vivid view. Say and do it.
My name is Moses. My question goes like, kidnappers these days are smarter. When they kidnap you, they can easily use the same person's phone to get access to the family of the person. And how can we trace these same kidnappers?
My name is Michael Everbright. My question is, we know that the registration with government, I mean the NIN with government registration is free. Now they have given the license to private agency to enroll. Will it also be free?
Welcome back. The question has already been asked by the audience, so Mr. Ishola, your response to the questions.
Thank you very much. The first question that alluded to the fact that kidnappers these days are very, very smart. That they will, when they kidnap, instead of them using their phone, they use the victim's phone. Without divulging security secrets on how kidnappers are being caught. But I will say this. Even if you use the victim's phone, there's a way the phone can be tracked. And the kidnappers will be arrested. However, kidnappers too are very smart. They don't even use the phones of the victims again. You know, in those days where SIM cards are abound everywhere, they use one SIM card, break it, put another one, and use. But right now, that all SIM cards must be linked to NIN, it will be very, very difficult for them to have as many SIM cards as possible. You recollect that at the point in time, somebody was caught with more than 100 SIM cards. What is this person using it for?
Yes.
But now, you cannot register as many as that again. So I think there's a way the security agencies use to apprehend, criminals through tracking of the cell from where the phone calls emanates from. So they will get to very close by to that area and apprehend the kidnappers.
They have to do more on that because I have a case that, as I speak now, for the past 3 months, the man is kidnapped and nothing has been done till now. They trace, even trying to trace the phone and all that. So they really have to beef up their, their search on that.
Yeah, it's pathetic, but we just need to support government. Yes, exactly. This is a novel thing happening in our nation. In those good old days, we have kidnappings. We think it can never happen in Nigeria. But unfortunately, it is here with us. But it must take the support and collaborative efforts of everybody. Yeah. If you see something, say something, and not only say something, but do something. You must, pass information to relevant government agencies when you see anything untoward or strange happening in your community.
That is part of our slogan now. Vivid view, say and do it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
The second question. Government is government. Private sector will be private sector. If you go for visa interview, especially European visa interview, and you go to their service providers, there is a place that is general that you will stay and wait and wait. There is a place they call VIP that you pay 10,000 naira. And they come and help you select your document, whatever, and pack it and take it in straight. But when you are doing it for free, you will take a long time. That is the first analogy. Now, if we want to explain it via the diasporal registration, for those of our people who are abroad, government has licensed some agents, some private sector, to register people abroad. You pay a token to get registered. But if you don't want to pay, when you come back to Nigeria, you come and register in NIMC office.
Would that not be late then?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So you now know that you need to pay. Even let us do this another analogy. If you are going to Lekki, if you want to pass through that good road, you will pay toll fare. Yeah. Or you go and pass through alternative road where your vehicle will be doing bumps. That is free. So now, and that is one of the reasons why you see so many people parked at NIMC office where they will do it for free. And putting themselves in danger in this period of COVID-19, which National Orientation Agency has been doing by enlightening them that they should not pack themselves so much. If you go to Alausa Gate, there, where NIMC office headquarters is in Lagos, you see multitude of people there. But the private, registered private provider for registration, you will not see people there. So I think it will not be as free as we think in those private registration centers, because they have to pay for the internet and they have to pay their workers also. So it is left for you to choose where to go and queue up, or just go and get it. Another analogy I want to give you is during this COVID-19 testing. If you want to test for free, that is if you meet the case definition, it is free in government laboratories. But private accredited laboratories that you want to travel, you need to have COVID-19 test results. You will have to go there and pay. So I want to appeal to all of us who have not registered to ensure that we do not put ourselves on danger line by going to where there will be so much multitude of people. With the advent of Delta strain of this COVID-19 that is in town now, and that is much dangerous than the one that we had before. So don't let anybody deceive us. COVID-19 is real. We need to protect ourselves, and you protect yourself only when you are not in a crowded place. That is my advice to all of us. Okay, my final words for everybody. I want to say that Nigeria is one of the best countries you can ever be in this world. We are blessed with everything. Our weather, great. Fertile land, good people. But we all want to compare us to other climes. Those in America, in Britain, in other climes, do their responsibilities to their government. How have you done your responsibility to Nigeria? Have you paid your tax to Nigeria before you ask for good roads? We all must join hands with government for government to serve us better.
I want to add my voice too to say, please, if you know you have not registered, do so for your own good. Now that I told you that by the time they complete the registration, once they take your NIN number, every other record concerning you will just appear. So whether your international passport, BVN, driver's license, and all that will just appear. I think it's very, very important that we do that. Those who are also in diaspora, please find out for the link and do so before it's too late. Because by the time government gives a seal in this registration, there's nothing one can do again. All it means that you're not a Nigerian. And I wonder where you want to claim from. He said in his conclusion that he's a Nigerian, we should help Nigeria. Personally, I'm proud to be a Nigerian. I'm really proud to be a Nigerian. And we all try to make it work. Mention about paying tax. We'll try to pay our tax. And also ask government to use the money for tax judiciously so that we will be glad paying the tax. So I think it's two ways. We'll do our own duty, let government also do their own. And we can see. And then everybody will be happy because we are really blessed by God. Having said, I want to say, Mr. Ishola, again, thank you so much for your time. So I'm really very grateful for your time. And audience seated here, and viewers also out there watching us. Thank you for joining us. Our sponsors, we are grateful that you're always there for us. I want to invite artist Austinray to sign out this program. Keep watching Vivid View, same time, same station. Vivid View, say and do it.
Go. They cannot stop you this year.
That's so.
Woo. They cannot block you this year.
That's so.
See, you're walking in blessings this year. Woo. Come on. They cannot stop you this year. 2, 3. I say, Baba, don't bless you. I see you lifted up. The Lord will lead you. So they cannot stop you. I say, Baba, don't bless you. I see you lifted up. The Lord will lead you. So they cannot stop you. See, this year you're walking in blessings. All the dreams have been trying to chase you work hard, but no one gets to help. Just like Joseph from prison to palace, the Lord sent someone just to lift you. Put the trust in Him, He never fail you. It's a new year with a new story. Forget about your past stories. You're moving from now to glory. This is the year of your testimonies. Goodbye to the life of crying. In your life this year, stop fearing. The Lord has made you first. You cannot be lost. Just be living your life and be smiling. No stresses, more graces. Your going to come in shall be blessings.
Amen.
The of yesterday shall see them no more. The past year,